What if your dream job was stolen, not because of your skills, but because of your skin? For one young woman, that question wasn't hypothetical. It was her reality. And what she experienced revealed the quiet, hidden cruelty of racism that lives behind closed doors. She had done everything right. Studied hard, worked harder, and built a resume that proved she was more than qualified. This wasn't just another job. It was the opportunity she had been waiting for, a position that could open doors to the career she had dreamed about since she was a child. On the morning of her interview, she walked in full of confidence, her heart beating fast with hope. The office was polished, professional, the kind of place that made her feel like her hard work had finally paid off. She greeted the receptionist with a smile, straightened her blazer, and waited for her name to be called. Every detail had been planned, her answers rehearsed, her documents neatly prepared. She was ready. But when she entered the interview room, something changed. The man across the desk barely made eye contact. His tone was clipped, his questions shallow, as if he had already made up his mind before she even spoke. She noticed his eyes flicker toward her skin, then quickly away. It wasn't what he said, it was how he said it. Cold, dismissive, almost mechanical. Still, she pushed through. She answered every question with clarity and confidence, refusing to let the tension break her. But deep down, she knew. The decision had already been made. And then it was over. "Thank you for coming in," he said, his smile thin, forced. Days later, the email arrived. "We've decided to move forward with another candidate." She wanted to believe it was fair, that someone else was simply more qualified. But then came the truth. Through a friend who worked inside the company, she learned what had really been said after she left. "We're looking for someone who fits better with our image." 3 words that carried the weight of centuries. It wasn't about her skills, it was about her color. The rejection crushed her. Not because she couldn't handle failure, but because she had never even been given a real chance. She questioned everything, her worth, her future, even her place in a world that judged her for something she could never change. The pain wasn't just about losing a job. It was about losing the belief that merit was enough. But she refused to let silence bury her story. She spoke out, sharing her experience publicly, calling out the discrimination she had faced. It sparked conversations, anger, and awareness. She had been denied, but she turned that denial into a voice that couldn't be ignored. Her story is a reminder that racism doesn't always shout in the streets. Sometimes it whispers behind office doors, hidden in polite emails and empty excuses. And the question remains, how many dreams will be denied before the world finally listens?